Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past, could also be a current relationship. For others of you, this could be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, this could be someone that you've met and you have a whole lot of energy. But no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. I do, however, channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel at the end of this reading. So you have here 1, 2, 3 cards, actually 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards that are a little bit on the rough side. They're a little challenging. And this does show me that there is struggle in this, not only in this connection, but even within your heart. It's very overwhelming, the situation that you've gone through with this person. They too are feeling very overwhelmed. We have here change followed by sexuality. Then we have crisis, death and rebirth, beliefs, surrender, power, sensuality, wild woman. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, right now, so much has happened, and things have been repeating over and over again. The same thing, it comes and goes, and the cycle does not break. All I know is that it's probably time for a change. And this is the first thought that comes to my mind. I do want to make a change. Things can no longer be the same as they once were. Because if they are, then they will always remain the same. I do want to change the way I behave and the way I view this connection. I know I have overindulged and been that sort of a person that was not very honorable. Yes, I find it difficult to not think about you in that way. Your naked body, your beauty, your gentleness. I do obsess over you, and your looks. I do admire you. There's a part of me that knows that there are limitations, but I have overindulged to the point where I became bored. I took you for granted, and I just thought you'd always be there. But because of the things that I have done, I now realize that I am someone who has turned this beautiful situation into an ugly one. Now, I myself am overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed and I don't know what to do. I find it difficult to concentrate. My mind is a mess. There's mental anguish, impatience, frustration. And I can't think straight. I realize now that I need time to sort things out. Because all that has happened has truly made me feel weary. I feel that there is a need for me to put to rest all that happened before and start brand new. I see this. I feel this. I know this. The feelings that I have for you, I realize now that in this connection, all that has happened before, there was rough roads. It was rough terrain. But going forward, I want to restart. I want to have a restart in this connection. A second chance, if it were. And going forward, I want things to be just smooth sailing. I no longer want things to be rough as they were once before. And I want to change my beliefs. Because now you don't know this, but I have surrendered to the way you view things, the way you think. The arguments that we had, the way I had my thought process, my mindset was quite different back then. But now I feel that in this connection, it is important for me to be that person who can move on with better understanding and clarity. I do have my own set of beliefs, and yes, they are different from yours. But it is also this that was holding me back. These were the things that were causing the problems, the distance between you and I. Right now, all I know is that I have surrendered to you. The part that has surrendered, it is vast, deep down inside. A part that never would have come through. But now I feel it's important for me to tell you that I feel like I belong to you and you belong to me. I also feel that in this connection, there is this feeling of belonging where I have surrendered my mind, my heart, and my body to you. I do feel that there are certain things that I used to say no to. But now, ever since there has been this change, this mindset, this hope that I have, I do understand that even if I have changed my beliefs, my customs, my rituals, my beliefs, my thought process, is it really easy for you to see this? No, it's not, because there is way too much distance. I have surrendered to you, but how do you know this? I feel that you have this power over me. And sometimes I would like to tell you about this. I do feel that in this connection, this power that you have, it makes me feel vulnerable and weak in the knees. The feeling that I get, yes, it is strong. But sometimes I see that dominating side of you and it scares me. It's overwhelming, that dominating side of you. But I realize now that I desire that and I like that and I want that. I like you being in charge. Because now I'm starting to finally see things through your perspective. I didn't do that before and I couldn't see that before. Right now, I want a second chance with you. Because yes, I find you to be utterly irresistible. You are so sensual, so gorgeous, so beautiful. You are alluring, tempting, charming. Your characteristics, everything about you, it just makes you so sensual. And it makes me want to be with someone like you. I am highly attracted to you. Absolutely. And you are temptation for me. Overall, I know I have acted more like someone who is a player and player energy. Somebody who was mainly focused on the physical rather than the spiritual or emotional. I know this now and I feel this. I understand this. But I can't change time. I can't go back and change the things that I've done. In the past, yes, there was deceit, deception, lies. What you don't know won't hurt you. I never really told you the full truth, but did you really need to know the truth? Did you need to know the whole truth? I thought I could maybe take out a few sentences here and there, but no, that didn't work. Now I realize that you are someone who really is that person who can change things for me, but I was not truthful. So how can you even believe me, trust me? How can you even be with someone like me? This is my dilemma. This is my issue. And all that has happened before, it is very difficult to change. It's hard to change. I don't know how to change this. There are certain things that have happened between us. Certain things that I should have told you. But I hid that information deep down inside. And now to you it may seem as if I am a liar. Yes, I agree I am. The one main thing I do want to change in this connection is the way I have viewed you and the way I have made you feel. There was more physical before. But now I just want you to be the leader. I want you to lead and I want to follow. Because I feel that that's what you deserve. You deserve more than what I ever gave to you. And that is why I want to make a change. All right. Libra. Interesting. You have here temptation, you have sexuality, you have sensuality, and you have surrender. So definitely somebody here is extremely attracted to you. Definitely. The problem is with these cards, it also talks about a lot of attraction just being on the physical aspect, hardly anything to do with emotions or even the spiritual. And because of that, it becomes very challenging because then is this just a temporary, I'm getting the word fix. Is this a temporary fix? Your person was looking for something a little different and they thought they found that in you, but then they realized later that no, you are not that type of person and they cannot treat you like this. And they've come to this realization with the Death and Rebirth card. That in this situation, it is important for you both to have a second chance. This is what this person feels. All right. Let's have a look at another set of cards that I have. That is the Lover's Path Tarot. So for those of you who are new, the deck that I just looked at, that is the present status, okay? That's the current status of the situation. This deck, the Lover's Path Tarot, I like to have a look a little bit into the past to see what may have happened in the first place that caused all of this issue. Things were going great, but then boom, it just went downhill. What happened? Your person of interest may not have told you what had happened. Some of you may never have received closure. Some of you may feel this person just took you for granted and they ghosted you. The communication may be very less. They may have faded. This is for those of you that would like to know more about that and some of the reasons. All right. We have here the Two of Arrows as well as the Queen of Coins. So this deck I do read in the reverse. Two of Arrows. It talks about how this person at some point in time did not have emotional control. There was no balance attained. And they could not understand a difficult situation. There was discomfort with a decision. And there was over-reliance on intellect, and they were leaving emotions unconsidered, right? This is exactly it. You have somebody here that was not acting very emotional. Any type of decision that they were making, it was very much based on the physical. Here we also have the Queen of Coins. Interesting. Here there was a time where it appeared to be prosperity and harmony, but then there was a lack of prosperity and harmony, a lack of loyalty, warmth, and affection, and even a lack of love. What your person of interest realized was that there was a need to ground oneself. They had an over-materialistic orientation to life because there was disappointments in the home. So interesting how they were physically more connected to certain things, not emotionally, but physically. And here we have over-materialistic orientation to life. So there were problems at home. This could be in their home environment. This literally could be in their work environment, but it's the society that they live in. Remember, you have the beliefs card now, right? Beliefs talks about the rituals, customs, traditions, certain things that have happened in this person's life where they were born, they grew up, and that is their environment. It could also simply just be a work environment. However, with the work environment still, it's something that is affecting the person because it's something that is in their everyday life that they have to deal with. Here, your person of interest does have an over-materialistic orientation to life. They are also making decisions based on logic and intellect and not emotions. So they're materialistic and emotionless. This is a person on a mission that entered this relationship or the situationship in a way where all they wanted was the physical. And beyond that, everything else, they kept their emotions aside and they only cared about materialism. So your person of interest here is a very tricky sort of individual. It's very hard to be with somebody like this in a long-term committed connection because their view is not the same as yours. Their ambition, their aim is not the same as yours. All right. I have here the Beginner's Tarot, and these are any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have in regards to this situation. Queen of Swords, interesting. So we do have 1, 2, 3 cards, really nice. And 4 of Swords. Starting off with somebody here who really has a problem. They are heartbroken. They are heartbroken and they are trying to move forward without showing or indicating that anything has truly bothered them. Now, this person has taken a step back because they feel that they need to learn more and understand more what the situation involves. They are trying to heal, recuperate, regenerate, rejuvenate. This is something that they're doing because they can no longer move forward. Here we also have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, it does talk about how in this connection, there is this overwhelming feeling. This overwhelming feeling of love, and how this love, it is, in a way, that sense of wanting to have some forgiveness. So there is a sense of forgiveness coming through. Your person of interest may actually ask for forgiveness. But not only that, they also feel that in this connection, they want to offer you a lot of love, not just the forgiveness. Now, one thing that's really great about this card is that, it actually does talk about actual love. Now we're talking about emotions. And it's interesting how it comes up only after the Four of Swords, where they have healed. So there's that healing process where they're going to start to think about a lot of things, and it's going to start to make sense to them. And eventually they're going to change and realize that, wow, there's something called love, and I've been missing out on it. And they're going to make an offer, a gesture. Now, the good news is, there's good news and bad news with the Fool card. The good news is that this person is definitely ready to take a leap of faith with you. They want to take a leap of faith. They want to be with you. And that's great. The problem is, it may finish as soon as it had started. Because your person of interest here, they want to rush into the connection. This is somebody who takes action first and thinks later. So yes, this person may want to be with you. They may want to start something with you. But the problem I'm seeing here is that if that does happen, it could be a very tricky situation because a person has not thought about it long and hard. Once an individual thinks about this and moves forward in a very promising way, it does seem that they know what they're doing. But here, your person has not really thought about this a lot. And that's the situation with the Fool. This is somebody who is slightly immature, could be inexperienced as well. But the type of immaturity here is not really knowing what the future holds. And because they are inexperienced, they will not be making the right decisions. They're also waiting with the Wheel of Fortune. They're waiting for fate and destiny to work out in their favor. They're hoping that things work out, but they're also hoping that they don't have to make too much effort, put too much effort into it. That's not the way things go, right? And that's exactly why this person is immature or they are inexperienced. Because it's not the universe only that's going to make this happen. God helps those who help themselves, right? And yes, there is a God. The one being that governs the universe. And it prefers being in the male state. It has female, feminine qualities. But it prefers being in the alpha state. Because that's more of a leader, go-getter, somebody who initiates. That's what I just wanted to say, because some people do wonder, oh, God. So, I do see here fate and destiny, the desire of wanting to be dependent on that. But the problem here is the practicality of it. Are they actually doing something about it, or are they not? They're taking a leap of faith based on the fact that, yes, there's emotions. However, they really haven't thought it through. And one of the biggest issues that they are facing and the challenges that they are facing is the Queen of Swords. Because here you have somebody who is yourself. This is how they view you now. This might not be you in terms of the feelings and emotions, but this is how they view you. They think that they've hurt you. You're very jaded. If they come towards you, you'll fight, you'll get angry. You're somebody here with your nose slightly stuck up in the air. Your sword is ready just to like smash that person to bits because you're so frustrated. You're so angry. Now, you might not be like this Libra, but the cross watcher, your person of interest, they feel that the things that they put you through, an average common person would actually feel like that. And therefore, they keep their distance from you. They want to reach out to you, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially with the Fool card. That's perfectly fine. There's no harm. The only thing is, I would recommend that you take a step back and you be the leader in this connection. Remember, you had the Power card, right? So there's a lot of dominating characteristics there, more alpha. So use that alpha state inside of you to make that happen, because if this person is in charge, then this relationship may just break away. It might just fall apart, okay? What I'm seeing here is you're dealing with somebody who's very immature, compulsive, impulsive, aggressive, and that's not what you need. Do they have the intention of being with you? Yes, they do. Do they know how to be with you? No, they don't. And that's why it's important that you take the lead on this one. All right. I have here Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Wow, a pretty big message here. So, we have here compromise. First card is the strongest. With this card, it does... So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. With this card, it's really interesting. Remember how you had the beliefs card in the beginning? The beliefs card is very huge. It's a huge meaning. When we have the beliefs card, it could talk about the differences in religion, caste, creed, who is rich, who is not so rich, who is more independent, who wants what type of car. It could be anything, beliefs. It could be anything, but it is the way an individual was raised, the way they are right now, and there's certain set of beliefs and standards that they hold themselves, their morals, their ethics, their values, right? All of that. The problem is, this person's values are different from yours. That's an issue. The best thing for you to do, the angels here are saying, is to have a compromise. It's a logical thing to do, to have a compromise. You let go of a little bit, they let go of a little bit. You adapt a little bit, and so do they. You change, they change. Eventually, you both meet in the middle, and then you can work as a team. But it can only happen if there is a sense of compromise. If there is no compromise, then honestly, it's the first card. First card is the strongest. It's not going to work out. Both of you are going to have to change, especially the way you deal with things, especially the way you view things. With that, we also have here, you are ready. So this does show me that in this connection, going forward, whatever has happened, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, you are finally ready to tackle whatever is going to happen in this connection. Within the next few months, you will be ready to handle this. There's something really important here, Libra, that I'd like you to know. It says here, no helpful people. What I'm getting is that you have been talking to some people, or you are surrounded by some people, maybe your society, family, friends. A part of them, they feel that they care for you. They know that they care for you. But there's also some biased opinion and also some belief-related issues that's causing them to give you information that's not allowing you to be with them. So it's almost as if we have people who are either spreading rumors, spreading gossip, reiterating that this is the way things have always been and this is always how it's going to be. This is our tradition. That is something that I'm seeing here. Now, you have been consulting maybe with a few people. This could be friends, family members, could be outside, could be anybody. But here we have no helpful people. What I'm seeing here is that the angels here are saying there's certain people that you trust. It's not advisable for you to trust them, because it is those people, it's that individual, one or two or three, that's causing this problem in the first place. So no, the people that you trust may not be the best sort of people. And there's no harm. You can discontinue if you feel that there's a vibe, that there's a negative energy vibe. If you feel that they are being jealous, then you know it's best just to not talk to them, because they will give you a really bad opinion of the situation and they'll give you the wrong advice. Bias, because they're jealous. Usually people are jealous. Here we also have trust in the divine, trust in, here we have the Christ consciousness. Trust in the plan of the Almighty, okay? That is, whatever is owed to you karmically will be given to you. Whatever is written in your book of life, it will happen. They're also saying here to let go. Let go of belief-related issues, of things that have been holding you back. Let go of the pain, the sorrow, anything that is no longer serving you. Anything that is creating an imbalance, it's important for you to let go of that. Because ultimately, yes, there is going to be, here we have the sun and the moon, there's ultimately going to be a great balance between the both of you and your situation. And the balance here, we have an actual balance with the compromise. With the compromise card, it does show me that it's important for you to have either, and what's safe is a 50-50 sort of compromise, or it could even be a 40-60. Okay? If it's something like 70-30, 30% that person's changing and 70% you're changing, really that doesn't work, because then there's no use. You're completely changing your personality and who you are in order to accommodate this person, and eventually you will not be happy because you're changing yourself. You're supposed to be yourself. They're supposed to be in love with you because of who you are, not because of what you turn into, because they want you to turn into it. So please be careful who you select as your friends, who you select as your confidant, who you want to talk to. If you do want this connection to work out, it will, but it has to do a lot with the way you think, the way you have your mindset, the way you believe things. That is very, very important. So for those of you who are interested in any readings, I do have some openings right now, and that is for past life readings as well as love readings. Also, I have readings that I do in order to help you get rid of negative energies. So I have the Holy Light package, and I also have the Chakra Checkup package. That is all on my website, www.asnointia.com. And for those of you who are new, please do visit my other channel on YouTube, Asnointia Audio. The videos there are absolutely free. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be uploading something soon. That channel, I have one video so far on negative energies, what and who are negative energies. And there's a few videos on spiritual connections, what and who is a twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, people from our past lives. I have those sort of videos because I do past life readings. And there's also a few videos I have on relationship related advice. And that is advice based on what I've seen, how people actually feel. So I give you the details of what's on the inside of a person's heart and their mind. What are they thinking when they do something? And according to that, it'll give you a better understanding how to handle those sort of situations. All right. Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I hope to see you guys again. You take care, stay safe. Bye now.